Good afternoon. It's time to bring on our guest this afternoon. We've got the Mr. Kevin Field and Rahul Ramachandran over here, and we're talking about the art of sound. A captivating symphony of brilliance and emotion is what we're going to be getting into. And first of all, welcome, gentlemen. Nice to have you both in the studios.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hosting us, Greenman.
Lovely. So this is an opportunity for us to experience and enjoy an orchestra performance organized by TUTAN Entertainment, happening on April 19th and 20th. It's titled The Art of Sound, Captivating Symphony of Brilliance and Emotion. And there's also going to be, we're going to have internationally acclaimed violinist or violin virtuoso.
Yep.
Correct.
Nancy Zhou.
Yes, correct. Yep.
And Jacqueline Victor.
Yes.
They're both going to be there, yeah? Correct. And, okay, now, so who has the most important role in an orchestra? The conductor. It's Kevin Field who has that. And
Depends who you're asking. Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah,
I'm asking and answering for you.
Oh, thank you.
Right, he's the one who unifies the orchestra, sets the tempo, and shapes the sound of the ensemble.
Oh, yeah, very good.
Right? And this is why he is our guest today at Trax. So it's an honor to have you, Kevin.
It's a
the world of in the world of performing music, or for musicians, you would be the Yoda, if we're likened to Star Wars, right?
Fair enough.
And this afternoon, I guess Rahul, you and I are just Jedis.
Oh, we got a Jedi title? That's fine.
We're okay, right? Okay. So, all right. Let's just ask. So, the first question for you, I'll ask and answer for you again. What is music to you? It is life.
Well, yes, it is. Someone once mentioned to me that music is a matter of life and death. So, yeah, it's everything. I've done very little else since I was about 10, 11.
Right. And what made you fall in love with music?
Drumming. I was a drummer. I started off drumming
in a band.
Starting off, in a band. Yes, in the shed. And then getting into marching with a scout band on a wet Sunday mornings, marching down the high street of Wigston in Leicestershire, and that's how it all started.
Right. Which part of England from?
Leicestershire, Northamptonshire.
Right.
But if I go back now, it's Northumberland.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
and Premier League team.
Oh, do you? Oh my goodness! Right, okay. So in 2015, 2016, they did really well. Now they're going down.
Who, Leicester?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Foxes. Yeah. So
all right.
Yeah.
Leicester.
So in the day of the Walker Stadium. That's how going back.
Okay.
The previous century.
All right. I thought you were a Bournemouth fan for some reason.
Yes, it spent. Yeah, Poppies. That stadium was just behind where I used to live.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So not Bournemouth. It's Leicester. Yeah.
It's Leicester.
What about you, Rahul?
What fan am I?
Yeah, Premier League.
Oh, Red Devil.
Red Devils or Manchester United?
Yeah. I'm still loyal.
Okay. All right. Just for the record, I'm a Crystal Palace fan.
Oh, right.
wow,
Okay.
doing
Right?
okay. Doing well.
So, yeah, you're doing okay. Okay, now tell us about your life with music first, Kevin.
Goodness me, that's an open end. How long have we got? Okay.
Right.
So, yes, nothing started when 10, 11. That's how it started. And involved in orchestras from the age of 11. That's what I know. I did spend some time at art college doing a bit of this, bit of that. I was interested to be an architect.
An architect?
Yeah, so it sort of got there. So
you're an architect of music now.
There you go, of sound, absolutely. So
right.
There we are. So yeah, I eventually came to Malaysia after graduating from Royal Academy of Music in London. I spent 8 years with the Bournemouth Symphony Orchestra, and I was already conducting. I was a percussionist with the Bournemouth Symphony Orchestra. I was already conducting, and then I got a phone call to say, can you come out to Malaysia? To cover a week with the Malaysian Philharmonic Orchestra. So that had been set up.
And this was back in what year?
Oh, I came over in November in 1998.
1998.
Yeah, for 1 week, and then I moved the family over in February the 2nd of 1999. I've been here just about ever since. Malaysia.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right. Family, kids, and all.
Everything.
Right.
Yeah,
were they born here?
Sikit-sikit buatan Malaysia. So
they were my mind.
Yeah. So near, just about. They're now grown up in Malaysia and working in the UK.
Okay.
So that's it. In short, I spent 15 years with the MPO. I'm now director of academic and artistic development at Bentley Music Academy. And it's with their blessing that I get to work with this wonderful orchestra, the TUTAN Festival Orchestra.
Fantastic. TUTAN Festival Orchestra. Tell us about that, Rahul.
TUTAN Entertainment has been around for about 3 years now. The core of our business per se is actually entertainment, music, centered around an orchestra.
Right.
So yeah, we've been all this while, this past couple of years or so, just concentrating on classical music because that's where orchestra music can really shine through. But over the past year or so, we have now looked at matching with other genres. Did Broadway last year,
Okay.
where Jacqueline featured. That's how we have built this relationship. And of course, in November, we had a very successful symphonic rock. Yep. So classic rock songs
Right.
covered by orchestra.
I should have been there.
yeah.
Oh, I would have loved. Yeah. Excuse me.
And yes, so now we are delving back into the world of classical music
Right.
or the art of sound. However, we are adding a touch of glamour with Jacqueline's presence, of course, and Nancy Zhou all the way from America, who's as you mentioned, a violin virtuoso.
Right.
But yes, the idea behind TUTAN Festival Orchestra, first and foremost, is to give Malaysian musicians an opportunity to perform in events like this.
To perform.
Yes,
Right.
Because apart from the standard bearers like MPO and NSO, it's quite difficult to arrange and put together. Like, for instance, the Art of Sound, we're going to have a 90-piece orchestra, so 90 members.
Wow. Okay.
And for them, it's a beautiful opportunity to be able to test their skills with our audience, of course, under the tutelage of Kevin, with his years of experience.
Right.
It's unparalleled. So that's what TUTAN Entertainment is all about. We want to give Malaysians an opportunity to shine, and the creation of TUTAN Festival Orchestra under the auspice of Kevin.
All right, and they can start off by coming to this concert that's going to be happening soon.
Sure.
Come watch it first.
Yep.
And then later on, if there's anything else, I mean, you might find some good talent out there, and they can approach.
For sure. That's
And
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
And you being Yoda.
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't
Thank
just
you for that.
it just doesn't end on while performance, right? Behind the scenes of that. Now, what are your duties behind?
There's a fantastic support team. So luckily, I can literally just turn up and conduct the orchestra. So I design the program, again, in partnership with the team. We talk about the program and the content. And then it's a question of studying all of that music, and then we spend 10 days putting that together with the orchestra, and then off we go. So the team is so good that everything is ready for us to do the best that we possibly can on stage, and that's very exciting.
So you got to write all the scores and everything.
That's all. That's all.
That's done by others.
Yeah. These original works
Right.
already in existence. So we're doing a couple of pieces by contemporary composer John Adams, American composer.
Okay.
Short Ride in a Fast Machine. So that's a minimalist, high octane, 4-minute piece of music. That's really exciting. We've got a piece of Ravel, sublime, relaxed, beautiful piece by Ravel, and then a little bit of Sanson, and then plus the Brook, which is the Brook Violin Concerto with Nancy playing. We have the Firebird Suite of Stravinsky. Okay, so that's a 45-minute piece of it down to about 20 minutes, and then we finish the concert with Jacqueline.
Wow.
And the world.
I'm glad you're giving the titles, because I couldn't. I was like, how do you pronounce this? Come on, YouTube, give me, how do you pronounce Tchaikovsky? All right, fantastic. Oh, okay. And what else? You were talking about all that, and score. You are the one who has the master score, right? Or you have everything.
Yeah. So that is the score, and then they each have parts. So there are 4 main sections in an orchestra, 15 different instruments. So you've got violin 1 and 2, viola, cello, bass. That's the string section. That's 60% of the orchestra, and then you've got the woodwind section. So that would be flutes, oboes, clarinets, bassoon, and their various extended family. Then you've got the brass section as you're going back into the orchestra. So French horns, trumpets, trombones, tuba. And then you've got the percussion section that plays just about everything, plus the timpani.
Would you hire me as a triangle player?
All right. we can have an audition. That's fine. It's fine. I should have brought one. If I'd known, I would have brought one.
Right. It's not. I mean, the triangle. It cuts through all the sound.
It does.
I mean, you can have the timpanis going boom, 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 but you can still have that triangle go ting, and it just.
Well, absolutely. Well, I went to a Weather Report concert years and years ago with Omar Hakim playing percussion.
Omar Hakim, oh wow.
Unbelievable. And he did a complete riff and solo on one triangle. It was incredible.
On one triangle.
Yeah, but awesome
Oh
musicianship.
man, I'm gonna have
Yeah,
no
yeah.
more hair in my head. Like, oh wow, okay. All right, so now let's see. We got some questions for you over here. Wait, first, Rahul,
Yeah.
you want to tell them about the day and the time and everything?
Yep. Art of Sound is happening on the 19th and 20th, which is next Saturday and Sunday at PJ Pack. I think we are also going to be giving away tickets for those.
You're giving away tickets. All right, folks, you know our phone numbers.
Yep.
All right, let's just give them the phone numbers. 2282-5491 or 2282-4746. Rahul, do that in your DJ voice.
Whoa.
No, you've got that DJ.
I couldn't even remember the number. He was rattling off the number. I was like, whoa.
2282-5491 and 2282-4746.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. So you can give us a call in the studios.
Yep.
And you will win yourself a pair of tickets.
Pair of tickets.
All right.
Either the 19th or the 20th.
Okay.
19th being a 8 p.m. show and the 20th being a afternoon matinee show.
Wow, this is going to be fantastic. This
Yep.
is, when we talk about the orchestra and let's see who we have on the phone lines over here. Hi, hello.
That was fast.
Hi, what's your name?
Provide any answers for any riddles?
Do you need to provide any? Would you like to answer questions or would you like to just get it free?
Yeah, get it
One
for
question.
free.
Easy question.
All right. Okay, so what are the names of our guests today?
Pardon.
What are the names of our guests in the studios today?
I know he's the conductor. Oh, you didn't tell me.
Congratulations, you won yourself 2 tickets.
Thank you very much.
Wow, okay. So
Thank you.
it's Kevin Field.
Good job on 10.1.
Wait, hang in there. It's Kevin Field and it's Rahul Ramachandran, okay? CEO of TUTAN Entertainment.
Okay.
Kevin Field, all right?
Yes, that's right. I heard him from MPO days.
Uh-huh. Oh, you heard him from... Oh, wow. Speak to her. Kevin, go on.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Kevin.
Which seat were you in? Which row were you in all those years ago? How are you? Are you well?
Who am I talking to right now? I'm hearing Cole's voice.
It's Kevin. It's Kevin you're talking
Hi,
to.
Kevin.
Yes, it's a strange
I
accent,
put it
sorry.
Online and for the tickets, correct?
Excellent. Yes,
Okay,
we'll
thank
sort that
you.
out. Thank you.
I look forward to it.
Come and say hello.
All right. So your number ends with a 053, right?
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Okay. All right. Worry not. We'll get our producer, the lovely Achu. She will call you in a bit from now. All right?
Oh, it's not what's the DJ? What's her name?
Don't worry. She'll call you. Don't worry. All right?
Okay.
Ta-ta. Hi. Hello. Okay.
Next one, simple question.
You got to ask a question.
Yes, simple one.
Okay,
Very
all right. So just give us a call in our studios, 2282-5491 or 228-24746. You saw how we did that and how we gave away 2 lovely tickets to this wonderful performance, which I am going to be having front row seats too for myself. I want to be there. Hi, hello, who is this?
Hi, this is Andrea.
Andrea.
Yes.
Andrea, speak to Kevin and speak to Rahul. Go on.
Andrea, simple question. Name the song that Jacqueline is going to feature at Art of Sound.
I think I just missed it.
It's a glorious day.
Yep.
It's a glorious day. Come on.
Is it a glorious day?
Almost there.
Well, you're almost there. Throwaway day.
Glorious. It's called Glorious.
It's
but
just glorious. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So your number ends with a 350?
530.
Huh?
530.
It's a 350.
Yeah. 7350. Yeah.
Correct. Okay. All right. We got you. All right. You take care. Bye-bye. We'll give you a call. Ta-ta. All right. So 2 tickets given away. Super fast. You want to give away some more? Okay. All right. Okay.
Actually, the 2 previous winners get 2 sets.
You get 2 sets, which means, you get to bring your partner along for sure, right? Otherwise, it's like, you know what you're going to do with just, there we go. How's that for technology, Kevin? Gets the job done, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Right? Oh, we have another one. All right, let's go for it then. All right. Hi, hello.
Hello.
Hi. It's a guy for a change. What do you like about orchestra music? Or symphonies?
I enjoy the blending of the whole music.
Wow. Okay. What's the difference between a symphony and a sonata?
Oh my God, that one I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. Kevin, please.
Spelling.
Oh, yes. yes, a good start.
Spelling, huh? Okay, so you, or what? Tell us about some pieces that you enjoy listening to.
Well, something like Beethoven. Some of the pieces of Beethoven.
All right,
Mozart,
hum
I
some
enjoy.
Beethoven for us. Come on.
I love Mozart. Yes.
Okay, give me the tune.
The tune, I'm not too sure.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, yes.
Dun, 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 dun.
Very good.
Dun, 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 dun. All right. Okay. Congratulations. You hang on there. Our producer Achu will be calling you in a bit from now. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Ta-ta. Okay. Here we go. Thank you, Achu. Achu and Zum in the studio is helping us over here. We're talking to our guests. If I keep tearing the paper, I won't be able to see who our guests are. It's the art of sound, a captivating symphony of brilliance and emotion. Our guest in the studio, Kevin Field, conductor for the TUTAN Festival Orchestra, and Rahul Ramachandran, CEO of TUTAN Entertainment. And let's see now. Can you share the vision behind the founding of TUTAN Entertainment and what inspired the creation of the TUTAN Festival Orchestra?
Yeah, as mentioned earlier, so TUTAN Entertainment has been around for about 3 years. The whole idea and concept is to bring orchestral music to the masses. Of course, when in Malaysia, if you say orchestral music, everyone thinks MPO and the Twin Towers. We are trying to bring it out to the masses, to expose Malaysians to the beauty of orchestral music. And with that is why we formed the TUTAN Festival Orchestra. So something for you to learn, festival means it's not a permanent orchestra.
All right.
So anytime we do have events, we bring together a pool of musicians to be part of that orchestra. So that's why it's called a festival orchestra.
Okay. All right, learning a lot of things over here this afternoon, and I appreciate that. Thank you both for being here.
You're welcome.
And all right, so what's the most instruments, or how many instruments have you played? What was the most you had in your ensemble? Is that
Oh,
correct?
that's going to be that will be this upcoming concert.
Oh,
It's
wow.
an orchestra of about 90 players.
90 players.
90, yeah.
Okay, in 10 seconds, name me as many instruments as you can. Go.
Okay.
10.
Piccolo, flute, clarinet, bassoon, oboe, corongle, violins, 20 violins, and another 20 violins, cello, bass. Okay, so xylophone, glockenspiel, triangle, timpani, snare drum, bass drum, cymbals, suspended cymbals, castanets, trombones, bass trombone, tuba, trumpets, French horns in F.
French horns in F?
F, they're
Okay.
transposing instruments. Anymore? That's about everything.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
and harps. We've got four harps.
Well, I cheated. I went over, but
Oh, yeah, okay.
I just. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So, and what's the most important section of the orchestra?
Oh my goodness! Oh, that's a tricky one.
Yeah.
Whoever's carrying the melody. There you go. Whoever's carrying it could be.
It could be the violins,
It
it could
could
be
be
the flutes.
anywhere. Whoever's carrying the melody. That's the most important.
All right. What's the king of what's the king of instruments?
Organ. Yeah, that's the king. That's traditionally
Right.
regarded within the Western sort of template, if you will. The organ, the church organ with all the pipes and everything. So that would be the king of the instruments. But within the orchestra itself, I'm a percussionist at heart. So
yeah, for you.
timpani. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you started, I mean, did you have to go? Is there are there things you got to study? Of course, you have to be a well-rounded musician altogether.
Yes, and that's the same for wherever you are on the planet. So in the UK, we were lucky back in the different century, where we had state support, we had government support. So my music education, was completely funded by the government.
Wow. Okay.
I would consider myself extremely lucky in that sense.
Right. And how old were you when you first got your first conducting job?
Yeah, that's a good. I did a little bit when I was 16, and then
16? 16?
16.
How did that come to be?
Slight accidents.
Okay.
Someone got sick, which is usually the way, and I just stepped up. And then I didn't touch it again until I was about 21. That's when I sort of went into it full time.
Right.
And then when I was with the Bournemouth Symphony Orchestra, I was with them for 8 years before I came to Malaysia. So I set up Conductor, which is a contemporary music. Now, not rock and roll contemporary, but Western art form contemporary music ensemble. So that's so I started that. I would have been 21, 22, give or take.
Right. So when you were 16, when you did that for the first time, were they happy with you?
Yeah.
afterwards?
The players, the chief conductor said, "Are there any comments?" And the French horn player just said, "Yeah, when's he going to take over?" ever.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So, it wasn't until I was into the 20s that things started to take off in that sense in terms of conducting.
Right. So then only when you were 20, 21, 22.
Well, I came over, about that, and then by the time I got to Malaysia, I was already early 30s. I'm not going to tell you how, because people are now sitting at home working out, how old is this fella?
He's not very old, don't worry. He doesn't have that wild hair. But you had
no hair.
you had that before?
Had some hair, yeah.
The what do you call the Albert Einstein look, right? Like you always imagine if you think of a composer, there's always got to be somebody
slightly,
and he looks like he's going to die of a heart attack.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, you can't really follow that, really. Actually, there is a piece of music which I've done, which is by Kegel, and it's called Finale. And the instruction for the conductor is to die on stage.
Wow.
And I've done it twice. I'm not doing it a third time. And the musicians will follow your conducting as you suffer this cardiac arrest.
Right.
It is actually scored that way. And then you collapse on stage and they play the Dies Irae over your head. And then carry on with the concert as if it doesn't matter.
And when's your cue to get up again at the end of it all?
On stage, they all walk off.
Till the sweepers come out, and oh wow, interesting. Okay, yeah, but you know, it's so interesting. A lot of people don't know, even me included, right? The baton, right?
Yes,
and when you're going with it, and how do you know when to go up and how do you know when to go down and left and right? Or
okay, so we're doing conducting live on the radio. Okay,
all right.
So there is a thing called an upbeat, which is the upbeat into one. So the music's either going to be in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7, but the 1 is the downbeat, and we're going to breathe on that upbeat. And put that down. So there will be, if I'm doing this, can you see
4, 1,
for those people
2, 3.
watching in black and white, listening in black and white? Yeah, so it's 3. Exactly, that's 3. Okay, so what is this? And how many beats is that?
I'm thinking that 4.
Yes, 4. Okay, so
right.
So that there is that basic grammar of conducting. Everybody and conductors will know. And the musicians will know what to be looking out for, in spite of all their very difficult music.
Right, and then you're talking to everybody who's playing at the time, right? You're wanting all kinds.
Yeah.
Do you use your face as well?
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
yes, it does.
Right. I mean, if you want the drums to, or you want the guitar to be, like,
yes,
do you sort of like growl at them?
Well, you'd have to ask some of my colleagues. Maybe we should have brought some of them along. But next time, you can do all of that. Helps that visual contact, that connection through the eyes, and,
right,
and how you're standing and your gesture. You have to anticipate your gesture well in advance of what it is that they need to play. Now, yes, they've got the score, they've got the parts, they know what they're playing, but they need that visual encouragement. So basically, when you're in rehearsals,
right,
you're basically saying no in a constructive way all the way through those rehearsals, so that when you get to the concert, you just say one big yes, and they do it.
All right, so you're the only one with the score that has everybody's part
yes,
in it,
and
they have their part. That's it.
Correct.
So they don't get confused, right?
Well, yes.
What happens when they start making mistakes? So you're going and then you look like you're getting very high on stage. You're a very fortunate person, not having to get alcohol or even do drugs and get that kind of a high from music.
It is it's a very spiritual thing at times, very moving. So after the concerts you can be awake for hours.
I bet.
Still in the system.
Yeah,
so mistakes will happen. We're humans. That's the joy of doing it.
Right.
This is not all on a tablet. It's not all digital. We're doing this live, and having 90 people work together to play one melody together, one line with that harmony and that core rhythm. That's something very, very special.
Oh wow!
And every time it's a unique event.
And you get them to go to. I mean, you got to go past that, right? Like you hear a mistake. For example, if Rahul was supposed to play, ding 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 or whatever it is, right? And Rahul plays dang dang dang.
Yeah.
Like you got to carry on, right?
Yes, and everybody's trained to do that. Yeah, absolutely.
And then after the show, what happens? How do you treat Rahul?
You don't,
come here, you.
There'll be some quiet words.
Quiet words in the corridor. Yeah.
Right, but I it's like, how do you get past that, right? It's like, you're supposed to play something else, but you've played something else, but you just have
Well,
to carry on.
just play it with whatever. If that does happen, then just play it with absolute passion and commitment. And it's not necessarily, the mistakes will happen, but that doesn't matter.
Correct.
We just,
Correct.
we're having a go ahead.
The beauty is also not only Kevin,
Right.
all the other musicians would know someone has gone off.
Hmm.
So the natural tendency is all will turn and look, right? But everyone has to be professional because the melody and everything has to continue. So they might have heard the mistake, but you just keep.
And then they have a good laugh afterwards. It's so nice.
But whether it's a laugh or something or a cry, we're not sure.
Well, I guess if it's not too jarring, if it's not too,
it's not too jarring.
if it's just a little bit of a, like he could have dropped his beater or something for the triangle, and then, it would be funny as opposed to yeah. Okay, so explain the role of a conductor, especially as the time beater, the teacher, and the artistic leader.
Yeah, so you're showing gestures, you're showing dynamics. So whether it's soft or loud, you're going to show the speed of that. You're going to show whether it's getting faster or slower. And then sometimes the length of certain notes, and then to encourage and integrate and basically invite everybody to play well together, listen to each other, and hopefully, ideally, when you get to the concert, you sort of stand back from it, and they will do that. And that's the true essence of a quality orchestra, is that they don't tell anybody. They can do it by themselves. They should be able to do it by themselves to all intents and purposes. With certain repertoire. But there's things like Stravinsky, things like John Adams. The first piece that we play, John Adams, Short Ride in a Fast Machine, that would be, to do that without a conductor would be nigh impossible. Stravinsky, nigh impossible as well.
Right.
And certainly with a concerto, you would need a conductor. There are some orchestras. There was an orchestra that many, many moons ago in Russia did try and play without a conductor, but it didn't
work.
Long. No.
Right.
And then there are some orchestras that play from memory. That's quite a special thing.
Okay. All right. So what's rewarding being a conductor?
Goodness me. The amount of repertoire, the interaction, the spontaneity of it.
Right.
And I before, whilst we were talking before we went live, I have the best seat in the house, even though I'm standing. It is the best seat. And it is a privilege to be able to work with the musicians and work on this repertoire, whether that music could be just a few weeks old, or it could be 300 years old. I mean, the orchestra is the conduit between that composer and the audience. So some people say with a work of art, whether it's a book or a film, you need the audience to finish that work of art before it's complete. And doing it live is very, very special.
Right. So you said you have the best seat. Where's a good place to sit and really get to soak?
Don't worry, Greenman, we'll give you the best seat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that question's done. All right.
Next.
That was all. That was all that mattered.
Nicely done.
Okay. Let's see now. New music, old music. Your preference.
Ooh. Okay, so I'm a percussionist. So a lot my bias would be towards 20th century and contemporary Western art music and rock and pop. That's what I do as a drummer. It just depends on the content. It depends on the context and if you're dealing with a requiem mass of Mozart or Haydn, then that's different to a symphony by Mahler or Bruckner. It just depends what you're doing at that time. So I am fond of classical music. I'm fond of contemporary, rock pop, and so it just depends what's My Spotify list always surprises me. They send this thing at the end of the year, and they send it. Oh, right, okay. So I apparently listen to the Red Hot Chili Peppers more than I listen to.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So whatever happens at the time is good.
Fantastic. Well, what were some of the songs you played during the rock show?
Smells Like Teen Spirit.
All right.
Nirvana.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. Give it away.
We did not, but maybe in the next one.
Oh, nice.
Guns N' Roses.
Right.
Muse. Beatles.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't realize that how much the orchestra plays such an important role.
Correct.
In music and watching a lot. You see, even movies, right?
Correct.
They don't use a normal band to play
Correct.
for a soundtrack. It's always an orchestra. Why?
Ooh. That is to do with the amount, the context and the emotion and delivering
Correct.
whatever it's going to. The orchestra with those 15 parts, those 4 sections and 15 different instruments, gives you so many options sonically to create the perfect soundscape. Now, of course, you can do this electronically. I mean, Hans Zimmer et al. They can do that all digitally with a keyboard and some software, but it still ain't the same as doing it with a live orchestra. So that's what an orchestra offers. And the interesting thing is, when you're talking about modern orchestral music, most people who go to the cinema are listening to contemporary symphonic music played by an orchestra. They're just not realizing because they're deeply involved in the visual.
Right.
Okay, so yes, I think most people would be more akin and familiar with the modern sounds of a symphony orchestra more than they would like to, more than they realize.
Right. Yeah. Okay, let's put you gentlemen to the test right now. Put on your
No,
headphones.
you are scrolling something up.
Put on your headphones.
But we're talking about soundtracks.
Yeah.
TUTAN Entertainment's next show in July is Salute to Cinema.
Cinema?
So all the iconic soundtracks.
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
yeah.
You know, fantastic. It's like, like I said, it's like having the Yoda of music here in the studios. All right. Which one is this?
Oh, Raiders.
Yeah.
Come on, Kevin Field.
It's Raiders, isn't it? It's Raiders of the
Lost Ark, Indiana Jones.
Indiana
Jones.
Jones is correct. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Oh, this one.
It sounds familiar.
But it ain't Red Hot Chili.
The Hustle, Van McCoy, and the Soul City Symphony Orchestra. All right, next one over here. This one. Here's a clue.
The Karate Kid.
No.
Kung Fu.
No.
Bruce Lee. Oh, Enter the Dragon.
That's his era.
Okay, this one's a giveaway.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right?
Yeah,
This one
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just bring on this one.
Oh, Rocky.
Right! There you go. Okay. All right, we're done.
You lined those up quickly. Well done. Wow, you lined those up quickly.
Yeah, I was supposed to get your permission to actually pull the song down because I was wondering if it was going to irritate a conductor. If you put a piece on and then he's like, okay, it's like a Dalmatian, like on a run, right? Like the music's on, and it's like I gotta go, and then you pull it down. That's murder, right? Wow. Okay. Kevin Field and Rahul Ramachandran are our guests in the studios over here. Kevin's the conductor for the TUTAN Festival Orchestra, and Rahul's the CEO of TUTAN Entertainment. It's going to be the Art of Sound taking place. It's going to be on the 19th and 20th of April 2025. Stage 1 Theatre, PJ Pak, Wanutama. And it's going to be an unforgettable event that brings together world-class artistry featuring internationally acclaimed violin virtuoso Nancy Zhou and Malaysia's very own Jacqueline Victor and the TUTAN Festival Orchestra under the masterful baton of Kevin Field. So, yeah, we gave away some tickets just now. We gave away 3, I believe, right?
3 pairs.
3 pairs. We still have 2 more to give away.
Yep.
So you can give us a call in the studios over here at 2282-5491 or 2282-4746. And we'll give you those 2 tickets. You get a pair.
Yep.
So you get to bring your person you care about the most and treat them to a wonderful night of glorious music. And speaking of glorious music, Jacqueline Victor, why was Glorious chosen as the song to be orchestrated at this premiere?
Right. So this is more a collaboration that has grown over the time. So TUTAN Entertainment's sister company, part of the TUTAN Group, is Chimera, a jewelry brand. And they got into a partnership for her glorious music video that came out. It's already exceeded more than 1 million views. And part of the collaboration was she was going to then perform Glorious with the orchestra at Art of Sound.
Nice.
So that's how it all came about.
Right. And what's it like being having to sing with an orchestra?
Yeah. Luckily, for everybody, I don't. You're looking at me. Luckily, I don't have to.
Have you tried? Have you tried?
Not yet. You never know.
Okay.
No, Yeah, we had a concert with her last year, and it was great fun. Yeah.
Right, it's not easy, isn't it? I mean, like I recall. I'm not sure where it was, but Barbara Streisand.
All right.
And when she sang with the orchestra, she could actually stop the orchestra and tell, like, violinist in the third row or whatever it is, whichever string is out.
Okay.
Like, and she had that violinist tune the violin again and all that just to perform, right?
Okay.
So it's going to be like every single thing is heard, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And you have the ears for that.
Yeah.
And how have you been training yourself to pick out everything like that?
You have to be, the intonation, work on the intonation and pitch and balancing. It's mostly to do with balance and blend.
Right.
And knowing the nomenclature of the instruments, how each instrument works. But for the singer, someone like Jacqueline, I mean, she can rock up, and we follow her, and she's just awesome to work with.
Oh, fantastic! That's good. And like, what makes you cringe?
When someone's telephone goes off.
Right,
Yeah.
right in between the do's and don'ts of attending this premiere, this orchestra. Okay, this performance.
That can be a slight
Telephone,
annoying.
right?
Yeah.
And
Some people, sometimes people will talk quite loudly.
talk loudly.
Yeah. Just
Right.
listen. Just listen. And that's a rare skill these days, getting people to listen.
Yeah.
But this is a beautiful arrangement of Glorious by Azad Suleiman. So the original is by Aubrey Soweto, and we got Azad to make this arrangement for orchestra, and the orchestration is sublime. So it literally is yin and yang. We've got the very soft, gentle, private, intimate beginning, and then it finishes with a massive orchestral blast at the end.
Wow.
It is something very, very special.
Wow, it's going to be nice to watch, and I look forward to that. Yeah, at the best seats of the house.
Yeah. No worries. No worries.
Okay, Rahul, come on, give us
Yep.
again the dates and the times and the place and everything.
Sure. So, Art of Sound is happening on the 19th and 20th of April, next Saturday and Sunday at PJ Pack Wanutama. If you want to get tickets, you can also visit us at www.tutanentertainment.com or go on to the PJ Pack or even 16 websites to get your tickets. Of course, we're still giving away tickets for anyone who calls in over the next couple of days. But yeah, tickets are still available, and we hope there'll be more Malaysians who will come and support performances and events like this.
Right, and what can the audience expect on the night itself, on both nights?
That's Kevin's forte. But
Wow. I think from the company point of view, and
Yes.
go ahead.
I mean, we are absolutely thrilled because we are getting this violin virtuoso who's won many awards herself to come in. So this is going to be her first ever performance in Malaysia. So there are a lot of violinist enthusiasts who are also excited about catching her live. On top of that, you have the glitz and glamour of Jacqueline rounding it up. But more importantly is, of course, Kevin and the TUTAN Festival Orchestra. The pieces you're going to hear all across the 2-hour show, it's just going to be amazing.
Right. If you want, you can watch some YouTube videos of Kevin, and
Oh my goodness.
that's going to blow you away already.
Yes.
That's going to blow you away already.
Yeah.
And
You found some, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did. And wow, it's such a, I would never be able to imagine what it's like standing up there and just,
I tried
feeling
not
that
to.
high that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
feel. Like I said, we play music over here and we just do it with the buttons here, and that gives us a high already. But, I can't imagine what it's like getting the kind of high you get. And wow, what an honor, and what
Well, maybe we'll have to stand you in the middle of the orchestra sometime.
oh, I'd love to.
So you can feel it and hear it. That is kind of extraordinary.
Greenman,
Wow.
every show we have done together, I mean, TUTAN Entertainment is really blessed to have Kevin, courtesy of course, Bentley Music Academy. But there have been shows, and I'm not necessarily being a classical aficionado. I appreciate all sorts of music, but every time he does it, right at the end, you just ask him, I'll just go to him and give him a big hug, because it's it's just absolutely amazing. It just transports you to a different realm.
Right, that's where all the hairs went, right?
Greenman,
they keep
pushing it back further now.
they keep standing up all the time on it, and finally they just made their way out. Look at what you've done, Kevin.
Yeah, all my fault.
Oh, wow. Absolute pleasure having the both of you here. Kevin,
Thank
anything
you,
else
thank
you want to
you.
add on?
No, I've just looking at my notes, and I've written Crystal Palace.
Oh, right.
So there you go.
Right. They're just 1 point above Bournemouth.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, are they? Okay. All right.
Yeah, right now. So, yeah.
No, just to invite everybody, just to,
Yeah.
if you are hesitant or if this is your first time, just come and have a listen, see what's going on, and then come and say hello after the show, and have a. You will be guaranteed a fantastic experience.
That's right. And there's also Kevin the teacher as well.
There is a bit of that sometimes. Yeah, I try and keep that one hidden every now and again, but
Right.
he comes out every now and again.
Well, definitely, right? Yeah, because honestly, wow, we're lucky to have people like you around, and thank you.
I'm lucky. Thank you. I'm lucky to be doing that all here in Malaysia.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
What a lovely thing to be able to do. Rahul, anything you want to add?
No, I just want to see as many of you sitting alongside Greenman to appreciate
Yeah,
this amazing
yeah.
art of sound.
We hope you have a new understanding of the orchestra and the importance of the orchestra. It's not just your little bands that play the 5 instruments or the 6. There's so many more instruments to fall in love with.
Yep.
And to be able to hear them and pick them out when you're listening to music, like you said, that little bit of silence, the pause is so important, just like speaking is.
Absolutely, the silence in music is the most important thing.
Correct.
Outside of the melody, absolutely.
That's right. So if you're bringing a partner who's got the habit of talking in between, get some masking tape as well. It's like, but this is the important part.
Like that. Maybe that's what we should do. We should supply
Yeah.
as people sit in some duct tape.
Yeah, just put that on, right? Because that's important. I remember watching a jazz festival, and that was going on, and then it went to a bass solo, and just before the bassist goes, somebody at the background says, "Yeah, I'm coming now." It's like, oh, come on, Oh, all right. Let's see. We've got one more caller over here. We'll see who this is. And hi, hello. Hi.
Hello.
What's your name?
Hi. Jay here.
Jay. Okay, speak to Rahul and Kevin. Go on.
Hi. I would like to listen to the orchestra music.
Oh, really? Why do you want to listen to the art of sound?
Good movie theme song.
A good movie theme songs is not happening this round. It's happening in July.
Oh, shit.
Wrong answer.
Okay, Jay, easy question. Who is the Malaysian singer that's going to feature in the art of sound?
Jacqueline Victor.
Wow! Congratulations. Okay. All right. And here is Jacqueline Victor now. You stay on the line. Oh, you don't have to. We'll give you a call later on. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations,
Thank you, Jay.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
And thank you to our guests, Kevin Field and Rahul Ramachandran.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
This is
Pleasure.
not the last
Pleasure.
we see of you, we hope, yeah?
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.